guys, I'm Callie Lewis.
And I'm John P. You know what the best thing about being John P is?
Because you're always right. That's the answer I've been trained to say.
That is true. You are trained well, but it's because you become internet famous. Not really famous, but you're internet famous.
Wow.
That's the best thing about
I'm
being
not sure
me.
how to take that, John.
It just
P.
tells you the sad state of my life. But
Well, how famous is internet famous?
I don't know, but every decade I
Porn
get recognized.
famous, internet famous.
Right. But you know,
Let's talk about that.
mobile has given everybody the opportunity to get a little bit of fame.
Absolutely.
How do you grab it?
I think people can seize the day. Talent comes through on I mean, it started on the internet, right? Let's go back a step before we get to mobile even. Look at Callie Lewis right here.
That's right.
Look at Dan Rubino. All of us. John P., right?
But-
You hit it.
But I was gonna say, I mean, maybe we don't want fame.
Too late, Dan. You're famous.
I know. I know Kevin loves,
Sometimes
I do
fame
not.
just catches up on you. But
Yeah.
you can't change the rules.
Well,
Callie
no,
said we're talking about fame.
Well,
Okay.
I completely agree with you. I never wanted it.
Right.
I never aimed for it, So it's.
What do you do once you have it?
But what do you do once you have it? That's the big question.
And how do you get it? Because some people do want it.
Mobile
Yeah.
just made it easier, I think. Mobile made it more convenient to not necessarily do good content, and that's not to say you can't do good content on mobile. Mobile made it easier to get content online, that much quicker.
Well,
Or
and
content from everywhere.
Right.
yeah, and when you have millions upon millions of users on either a platform or on a social network of some sort, so let's say Instagram, for example, and you post photos. If you post good photos consistently, people will start to notice, and everybody's watching what's happening in social media today. So the people who are doing something proactively get talked about, and it escalates. And you look at the guy behind the camera right here, Safe Solvent. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got tens upon tens upon tens upon tens of thousands.
40,000
40,000 Instagram
of the
followers
stamps.
on Safe Solvent because he posts amazing iPhone pictures all the time.
Then you also have the 15 seconds of fame now, not even 15 minutes. Like when you're at an event and something happens and you capture it on film, you may get famous, but only for that brief moment. Then it's a question of how do you sustain that and what platforms are good for
Or
that.
should you sustain that?
Well, I mean, some people do. I mean, you have people on YouTube, they get famous, right? And then they create a channel and they try to keep doing that. Epic Mealtime is something we were talking about.
A great example. More than any of us, Crackberry Kevin is a character. Like I've been with you at BlackBerry events, and people come up, they want to take photos with you, they mob you. People who work at BlackBerry want your autograph. It's
Nowadays, when people get internet famous, how does that register on the scale of fame? I mean, if you're internet famous, are you really famous? Or
Yeah.
are you more or less famous than people who are TV famous or movie famous? How do you even rate these things?
It's all about context, right? I mean, it's all about the circle or the bubble, or as awesome as we all are, and especially these two. If you're not exposed to that circle, to that world, then you don't know anything about it.
Right.
It's different than the world of politics or the world of traditional pop culture celebrity. It's smaller. And I almost want to say it's better. I think it's a little more personable. Not necessarily important, but just different.
I think more than fame, though, too, it's about being able to build a business or do something you love and turn it into a career. And I mean, fame is part of that, but it's using mobile, it's using this social world that now exists.
You also have to have something to offer and sell, basically. And I don't mean sell literally, but you have to be creative. If you're a musician, you got to constantly create music. If you're an artist, you got to constantly create art. And if you're a commentator or a technical analyst, you got to constantly write great things that people are interested in. So it's about maintaining that consistency, and that's probably actually the most difficult part.
What are the consequences or what are the downsides to somebody becoming accidentally famous, not meaning to, it just happens upon them in
Star
the
Wars
online
lightsaber-
and
the
mobile
lightsaber
world?
kid.
Poor lightsaber guy, yeah. I mean, what is he doing now?
he felt well. He was actually in my hometown, and he felt horrible. He did not like a lot of the reaction that he got. But I have to wonder, like, as this goes forward, are there going to be so many of these things that it won't really matter anymore? Like, if you're the 100th lightsaber kid, is it going to have the same impact as being first?
All right,
right,
well, the question is, do you guys want to be internet famous regardless of whether it's good or evil that comes out of that? And if so, how do you plan on achieving it? That's what I want to know.
Leave us comments below. We can't wait to hear your stories.
We will see you guys next time.